Coffee with Carrie midweek, or not midweek, Monday. I figured I'd come and chat with you because many of you are not joining me on Instagram every Friday at 9 a.m. Central. So I thought I'd give you a replay of what I talked about last Friday on Instagram. So, I go to Instagram every Friday with intention, but I got to get back to Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and maybe a few other places. So thanks for joining me. I'm kind of over here checking to make sure. Let's make sure I'm live. Well, actually, I'll do it on my phone. Today's topic is going to be, and it's going to be a quick topic. Usually, when I'm on Instagram, I can chat with you for at least an hour. Today is kind of impromptu. So let's go see. Let's go see if you guys can see me on. Yeah, you can see me. Let's see if you can hear me. Good morning. You can hear me. So here we go. So I figured I would come. So good morning. Hey, Ebony. Hey, Ebony. Good morning. This is what, Ebony. Oh, you're on YouTube. Ebony's on YouTube. Facebook user, you have to tell me where you are. What's crazy is that I can't see where. Let's try this. So here's my YouTube feed. I'm looking at my YouTube feed. I can actually chat with you. Hey, Ebony. I'm on YouTube. But still, and I might have just spelled your name wrong, so forgive me. But what's interesting is I can't see everyone. But that's all right. So today's topic is a reboot of Friday at 9 a.m. So a lot of times as real estate agents, we're trying to figure out how to generate leads. And I have 14 ways plus a few bonuses on how to generate leads from your listing. Now we know the goal. If you had the ability to watch Marky and I for Operation I've Got Houses for Sale, and it is for sale, we're just going to relaunch it. Now, if you really didn't get it and you really want to buy it now, send me a DM. Oh, I have to sneeze. So send me a direct message and you can still get it. You can order it. So you secured the listing. Now I know here's the truth. The truth is, as a real estate agent, we secured the listing, and in this market, stuff is flying off the shelf. I just did a market update for my office. In some areas like Naperville, detached family homes are selling for almost $100,000 in July of 2020, 100,000 more than July of 2020. So 2021 compared to 2020. So we know the market has shifted. We also know that it is slowing a little bit right now for many of our markets, which is typical for the fall market. We know people want to get their kids in school. They've already purchased. And now that outside is almost opened everywhere, although maybe we get locked down again, maybe not, hopefully not. We know that when you list a house in this market, it's moving fast. Last year in Broadview, it was taking, I probably should go look at the data again. It was taking more time than today, and now you list a house 7 days on the market. That's true for right now. So you list the house, you get the agreement, the seller signs the agreement, you put the property in the MLS, you do some marketing, and then it's under contract. And that's true. However, as real estate agents, we're missing out on so many other opportunities to generate a lead. So if you have a listing and you have inventory, you should be generating business from your listing. Now, I don't know if you know this, but did you know that typically when you list a property in a neighborhood, on a block or a street or within, so many blocks in like even Broadview or where I live, there's two more people thinking about selling. So they see you put your sign in the yard, they're making a phone call. Don't you want to be the person that gets the phone call? Phone call, old school, new school phone call, right? Don't you want to be that person that gets the text, the email, something, the DM? Absolutely. So here are some of my tips on how to generate a listing. Now, first of all, some of these tips you just got to do. Please, we beg you. Number one, your listing is your brand. Now, I get it. Some of us work for big box brokerages. I did for 16 years. Love the company I was with. I still drink the coffee. I mean, I get it. Love the corporate feel. Every time we listed a house, we got 10 photos. I don't care who you work for. If you are 100% commission, and nothing is 100%, you're paying a flat fee, right? I don't care if your commission split is 50-50. You got to get professional photos. So we are begging you in the real estate world. I know there are groups out there that talk about you if you don't have professional photos. It's probably a violation of the code of ethics, right? Some of you are like, really, Carrie? Yes, it is. For you guys to be chatting about other folks' stuff. So I'm just, all my point is please get professional photos. I don't care if the house is old. I don't care if the house is cluttered, messy. I don't care if the house is junky. You need a professional photo shoot. And I don't mean your home girl, your home boy. I don't care if it's your cousin, your brother, your sister that has a professional camera. Even my son, he cannot take photos of a listing unless he has a tripod and he's read some articles, maybe taken a class at the local college, because I know at Wabunzi there is a professional photographer that teaches people how to take architectural photos. So please hire someone that knows what they're doing. If you're going to test it, you need a tripod because you can't just eye it. It's different from lifestyle photos. So we beg you, don't be that agent. Because when we see your listings and you're taking photos like this, do I think you could probably take photos with your iPhone and use Lightroom from Adobe? Probably. But sometimes we see your photos and we see, Captain Crunch cereal still in the bowl, floating berries in the bowl in the kitchen because you didn't even show up to the photo shoot. Like there's so much you need to do. And I get it. Some of us have been selling real estate long enough, right? Right. Before baby Jesus was born, like some of us have been selling a long time. You need photos and you need to show up for the photos. And yes, you might need to clean up. If you're new, you got to do what you got to do. Eventually you figure out how to get the seller to make some changes. And I don't mean cleaning the dresser and pushing all of the perfumes to the middle of the dresser. Some of you need to just go out and buy boxes and bins for your sellers so they can start decluttering. All right. So that was number one. You need professional photos. Number two, you need a brochure for your listing, even if you know that the property is going to sell in 5 minutes. You need a brochure. Why? First of all, you can make the brochures in Canva. There is a layout for brochures. If you don't believe me, just go look. I probably should show you one. When you have a professional brochure, the homeowner probably wants to take it. The consumer that gets to the property wants it. The listing agent might even want it. The new buyer might want it so they can remember what the house looked like. You just need a professional brochure. Now you could hire someone on Fiverr, Fiverr.com. Please make a professional photo. Even the agents in my office might not even know. I have the template already created for them. Number three, the reason why you market your property is really you're hired by the seller to market the property. That's the goal. So number three, you also need to market the property for the seller. And we haven't really talked about leads yet. Number four, create a flyer for your listing, even if you know the home will sell fast. So same with the brochure, create a flyer. If you're not sure how to create a flyer, Canva, but I got some quicker ways to create a brochure and a flyer in a moment. Some other things you need to do is, hey, good morning, everyone. See, I got all these good mornings, but I don't see who you guys are. One day I'll figure that out. Now, some other things you need to do is number five, you need to host an open house for every listing. It's painful for me to host an open house. And Kimberly said the same thing when we did Coffee with Carrie, the after party on Clubhouse every Friday. But even though I hated open houses as a real estate agent, you need an open house, number one. Number three, you needed to market the property for the seller. But the neighbors are going to come in to see the property because they've always wanted to see the neighbor's house anyway. They could be interviewing you to list their home. So you need to host an open house, even if the property is going to fly off the shelf. Number six, if your state allows broker tours, host a broker tour. Network with other real estate agents. I know we've done giveaways for, we've given away money. We've given away wine. I caution you with the alcohol. We've given away lottery tickets. We have fed you at broker tours, caravans. It's the real estate agent open house. You name it, we've done it. So I'm someone that doesn't like to put out a big Portillo's, spread with Italian beef and the chopped salad and, that famous chocolate cake. That's not who I am. I like the grab and go option. So Panera Bread, someplace, you just got to go. You get some water, you get some chips, and you get a sandwich. See ya. And a cookie maybe. And the reason why I started doing that is because some people, agents are busy, but they just want to see what's happening in the marketplace. So, hey, Carrie, how you doing? I'm such and such. And you can grab your lunch. And, I got to meet some new real estate agents. And you are exposing the property to the market. And remember, the neighbors get to see, people are coming to see this awesome house, even if the house isn't awesome, right? And you're marketing the property for the seller. Number 7, create a virtual showing video. Now, could you simply use your newest iPhone? Absolutely. Or your Droid phone? Could you edit it in Viva Video? You could edit it in iMovie. You need a video. Could you hire someone? Absolutely. Could you create the video with your phone? If you do, I'm going with horizontal so I can add it to YouTube, no branding, and then maybe I can add it to Showing Time. So you do need a video. You could hire someone. And you could probably hire some of the students. If you live in Illinois, College of DuPage has an entire program on video and photos. So I'm sure there's an intern ready to create a video for you. Number 8, create a live scheduled open house. You need a live scheduled open house. So first of all, I said you need an open house. But when you schedule your open house as a live show or live on Facebook or live on Instagram, what you're going to do is you're going to go into your open house auction in the MLS, and you are not going to create a 3-hour, a 2-hour, or a 1-hour open house. Otherwise, you have to be live for that hour. Create an open house for 10 to 15 minutes. So you're going to go live on time. So if the open house is at 11 a.m., you're going to go live for that time. 10 minutes might work because the consumer or real estate agents are going to join within that 10 minutes. But then the replay is always available. So don't make those live open houses too long, because if you do, you're going to have to sit there for the entire time. You don't want to do that. Number 9, you need a just listed postcard. Just listed, on the market, new on the market. And then you also need a link or a QR code to a lead capture form. This is where you could use, in my marketplace, you could use the MLS lead capture form. You could also use Cloud CMA lead capture form. What's my homework? And you could also create a lead capture form in Google. There's a way to do this. I gave you 2 ways that are free for my MLS or Google. And then if you get Cloud CMA, you can use the What's My Homework link. Now, number 10, you need an under contract postcard. It went under contract. And that's number 10. Number 11, you need a just sold postcard. Now, I could make an 8B or an 8A and title it Coming Soon. So you right now have 4 opportunities to market to the neighborhood with a mailer. And you're integrating social media. So number 1, What's My Homework? And then you might say, join me on Facebook Live for my live virtual open house. And then you can say, if you missed it, come back and watch the replay. The goal is to create this I have to be there moment. The goal is to create what is called blitz marketing. So you're doing a live open house. You're sending out your Coming Soon or your just listed postcards. Once it goes under contract, you're telling the consumer you're under contract, the neighborhood where the house is. And then you're also sending a just sold card. Bonus tip, talk to your managing brokers, broker owner, the training department. If you are the buyer's agent, you can also send a just sold card, but it has to be closed. So if I'm the buyer's agent and Ebony is the listing agent, the moment it is closed and off the market, I sold it. I'm the buyer's agent. So I can send a just sold card to the neighborhood. And I can probably guess that most of you aren't doing half of this because houses are moving too fast, right? Or they're not moving too fast, they're moving fast, and you don't think you have time to get the marketing done. I don't care if you're 5 days late. Get it done. Get it on the market. If you missed the just listed card, send the under contract. If you missed the just listed with the Coming Soon, the just listed, and the under contract, say just sold. You have to market the property. Please, please, please. And you need to generate a lead. Cloud CMA, Google form, or in my MLS, we get a lead capture form. Number 12, I just said this, you're mailing these postcards to the neighborhood. The bonuses are you're mailing these postcards to the local businesses in that neighborhood. You're mailing these postcards to the local schools in this neighborhood. And you might not just mail the postcard. You might, handwrite the envelopes, right? You might handwrite the envelopes, and you might, yeah, let's see. I think your Facebook users, since you use Restreams, they may have to sign up for Restream, or maybe. But I can. Sometimes it depends on which one you're on. I can see who you are, but that's all right. At least I can see you commenting. So for those of you that are just joining, we are talking about generate leads from your listings. So I just gave you from a postcard. Let's say you forgot everything else, but you did have professional photos. You create a flyer, Cloud CMA. You can create a flyer in Cloud CMA and you get a QR code. You can create a flyer in Cloud CMA, write a letter, or put in a post-it note that says, "Dear staff, please post this in your teacher's lounge. Thank you." Talk to managing brokers. Maybe you say, "Thank you for posting. Here's your $5 Starbucks gift card." No obligation. No obligation. And by the way, in your postcard or your flyer, you might say, "Start shopping for a home today." And you might add another lead capture form that I didn't talk about is HomeSnap. Because start shopping for a home today, the consumer can sign up for your HomeSnap account. And my HomeSnap account is literally my name. I'll show it to you. All of you have if you are in, depending on your area, I think this is it. I'm going to show it to you. Depending on if you get HomeSnap or not, every agent gets their own website. So I can add this link to my postcard. If you're really savvy, you could go to like a GoDaddy. I can't think of the other one that I've used before. And I could redirect my HomeSnap account to List with Carrie and own that domain name. So there's so many things you could do. Number 14, you have other opportunities to generate leads. Here they are. And I'm going to say them quickly because my goal was not to be here long. I promised you I was coming back to do some short chunk learning. Market your listing on a Facebook business page. In addition to that, and I didn't say this on my live on Friday, in addition to your Facebook page, when you have an open house, create an event. When you create that event on your business page, I want you to share it to your personal page. Then, and this is on Monday, then on Tuesday, Monday you create the event. On Tuesday, you share it to your personal page. On Wednesday, you boost the event. You pay to play for the open house that's happening Thursday night as a twilight open house, Saturday's open house, or Sunday's open house. Because your goal is to do what? Market the property for the seller and to generate new leads. If you have the inventory, you have an opportunity to generate leads. So Facebook business and an event. You don't need, but a Facebook group could be a great place for you to market your listings and to collaborate with sellers in the neighborhood. You could also create a Facebook group for the subdivision you live in or the city you live in. Real estate in Lyle. Like, where do you live? Real estate in Bronzeville. Marketed by Carrie. I don't live in Bronzeville, but you get it. Another one could be, I'm telling you, use your personal page with caution, because if you do all of your marketing on a Facebook personal page, you could get shut down from Facebook, because Facebook's terms of agreement say if you're going to advertise something for an income outside of your own house, your own cars, your own clothes, your own shoes, your own stuff, you have to have a business page. LinkedIn. Some of you are using LinkedIn like Instagram and Facebook. Please, please, please consider writing a short blurb in a blog post on LinkedIn and showcasing the photos. Tell me about the house. Tell me about the city. Like, is there an in-ground pool? In the city I live in, we have a pool that's like going to Wisconsin Dells, like the Great Wolf. We have a bucket. Tell me about the what's coming soon to your neighborhood. Right now, we're about to get a Planet Fitness. I think Naperville, August, is it Naperville or Lyle? Naperville or Lyle. I think it's Naperville. Oh, I'll tell you right now. Naperville, Costco is coming to Naperville on August 19th at 8 a.m. Like, tell me about the listing and tell me about the neighborhood. You can't really talk about school scores, but you could tell people to call the school district to get a breakdown of the school scores, because in Naperville, they have a dual language program. Like, there are all these other things that you could talk about, and call the school district to get that information. Naperville modeled their program after the city of West Chicago, if you did not know. Good morning, Sabrina. Hey, Dee, how are you? So somewhere on Facebook, this works. See, Ebony, I told you. Okay, so also you need a YouTube video. You could use that same video for your showings on YouTube. You could, and right now I'm live on YouTube. Go live everywhere. Go live on Facebook. Go live on LinkedIn. Go live on YouTube. Go live on Instagram. Go live in a Facebook group. Go live on your business page. You can now go live on TikTok. Like, go live everywhere about your listing. I've had the question before, can I stream to multiple places? Yes, I'm using Restream. You could also consider tools like, is it, what did you say it was, Ebony? Yard stream. Like, there's so many options, or you could use Zoom, because I can stream from Zoom to YouTube or Zoom to Twitch or a customized account or even Facebook, but you only get to pick one. And go live. Yeah, I said TikTok. Now, you can't stream from these tools to Instagram. If you read Instagram's terms of agreement, if you do stream from a third party, you could get shut down. And I say that because I see people do it, but I don't know if anyone got shut down yet. TikTok, I've seen some creative ways to market a listing. I mean, think outside of the box. You could showcase the swimming pool. I'm not saying you should jump into the swimming pool. You could, host an event and, get permission from everyone to be a part of that event. You get, depending on TikTok, you can get up to 3 minutes of video. I now get 3 minutes of video. On Instagram, you could create a post. You could create a slideshow. You could do a 60-second video. You could create a 30-second reel. You could repost to your story. You could create a story. You could go live on Instagram and repost that video on IGTV. You could just pre-create an Instagram television video. The sky's the limit, and you could redirect people to your link tree and say, go to my bio for what's your home worth. So many options. And by the way, for those of you that don't know this, I go live every Friday on Instagram. Every Monday, we're on Clubhouse. So Ebony and Hope and myself, we will be on Clubhouse today to talk about calls to actions to generate leads. So join us. I'm Carrie Jo Little everywhere. Join me 9 a.m. every Friday. And I'm launching a new product on Friday. An open house. Yes, this is just a reminder. Your neighbors are curious, so please do an open house. All right. So I gave you all these tips. If you are just joining and you're like, "Ooh, Carrie, that was a lot, and I missed some things," you can watch the replay. I'm Carrie Little. I am your host of Coffee with Carrie every Friday on Instagram. If you join me, I always tell you to grab your New Real Estate Agents Journal. And this today, if you were taking notes, I would have been around page 60, where I tell you that there is no inbox in real estate. I give you some tips. And then even I take notes in my journal to teach you. And depending, I might write them here. I might have bonus tips, and they eventually become a blog post. So you can check out smartgirlmedia.com. So let me tell you, you can, if you have not signed up to receive my emails, if you go to Instagram, you can sign up to receive my emails in my link tree. Thanks for joining me in this impromptu class. Again, I am Carrie Little, your host of Coffee with Carrie, every Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time on Instagram. So join me there. So thanks for joining me. Everyone have a great week. See you later.